Wave the flag. Wave the flag. If you elect me to be your president, I promise free chocolate pies in every home. You will not go to bed without chocolate in your stomach and on your face. Keep waving the flag. So, I encourage you all, when it's time to come into the election box, vote for Green Bear. Vote for Green Bear is a vote for chocolate. Thank you.
Oh, man, that was incredible. Wow. All right, here we go. I think this is a sentiment that Green Bear could agree with. It would be great to be president of the United States. If I were president, that means after a big campaign with speeches and posters and TV ads, the people would have chosen me as their leader. Years of planning and hard work would have prepared me for the day. Right there, Inauguration Day. If I were president, I'd promise to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States, because that would be my job. Then I'd move to a mansion called the White House with more than 100 rooms.
Oh, I can have at least 3.
First, your brother would have to be elected.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I better get back to work on his campaign.
And I'd have to remember my new address, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C. That's one of the world's most famous addresses. If I were president, I could go bowling or visit a movie theater without ever leaving the house. I'd have my own chef and could eat whatever I wanted. I could even have 2 desserts every night. Look at that. Pancakes and cake and strawberries and french fries and a sundae and a giant cheeseburger. Wow, she's gonna be a big president. If I were president, I'd start work early each morning in the Oval Office. Although I try to do what's best for my country, not everyone would agree with my decisions. For example, the dog is absolutely against this idea. No, it's holding up. But I'd get help making those decisions from a group of people called my cabinet. See, this is the cabinet for the president. A cabinet at home is where you store your dishes, but in the White House, totally different thing. If I were president, the people would be my boss, and I'd have to find out what they wanted. It wouldn't be easy. Different people would want different things. If I were president, I'd be in charge of the armed forces, the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines. If I were president, each year I'd give a speech to Congress called the State of the Union. All over the country, people would be watching on TV, and this would be right here, you'd be doing it in front of Congress. All over the country, people would be watching and listening, and I'd talk about how our country was doing and suggest ways to solve our problems. Imagine creating laws for a whole country. That's something Congress and I would work together on. Congress would present bills, which are ideas for new laws, and if I didn't like an idea, I'd say no. That's called a veto. But if I agree, I'd sign the bill and make it a law. If I were president, the agents of the Secret Service would guard me. Everywhere I'd go, they'd go too, including the teacup ride at Disney World. If I were president, I'd travel in my limousine or in my own private airplane. That's right, Air Force One. I'd meet with the leaders of other nations. Maybe together we could work to improve our world. If I were president, I'd comfort families that had been in an earthquake or hurricane or flood. Then I'd help them rebuild their towns. If I were president, one of my favorite jobs would be passing out medals to people who had done brave deeds. If I were president, in the spring, I'd toss the first pitch of the baseball season. And in winter, I'd light the nation's holiday tree. Oh, that's so cool. I love that part of the job. If I were president, my words and pictures would appear in newspapers and magazines all over the world.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody would have to hear what I had to say.
Green Bear, you haven't been elected yet.
Oh, that's right. I better get back to work on my campaign.
Even my dog would make headlines. What? President's dog has puppies. Yep, that's totally true. It would make headlines. If I were president, the house I grew up in would be famous. People would ask my mom for a tour of everything, even my tree house. Oh, you see, the president watered these flowers, took out this garbage, looked out this window, swung this bat, hit this ball, climbed this tree, slept in this room, hid in there, went out that way. Oh, look at that. Look at the line to get in. Yep, that's true. Presidential houses become historic locations that people visit years and years later. If I were president, the people could only elect me twice. That's 8 years altogether.
But I want to be there for like at least like a good 50 years.
No, Green Bear, there are term limits.
Oh, nobody told me that.
Then I'd have to find a new job and a new house. Soon, a new president with different ideas would move into the White House. But just like me, the new president would work hard for the good of the country. If I were president, maybe someday they'll make a statue of me, like the white marble statue of Abraham Lincoln in the Lincoln Memorial, or the president's heads carved into Mount Rushmore. Or someday my face might show up on the country's money, 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 money. Did you know that President Lincoln is on the penny, President Jefferson is on the nickel, and President Washington is on the dollar bill? A lot of money here. And who knows? Someday I just might be President of the United States of America.
So, in conclusion, hey, storyteller.
What?
Wave the flag. Wave the flag.
Oh, okay. All right, here you go.
So, in conclusion, I would like to ask you to...
Oh, sorry.
In conclusion, I would like to say that a vote for Green Bear is a vote for justice and chocolate and like only one day of work a week and the American way. You keep hitting me with that flag. I can't have you. You're fired. You're fired, storyteller.
Oh, sorry. Here, I'll just leave that there for you.
It's tough being the president already. Ugh.